The Edward family, a family of four, who look good on the outside but deep inside hold a secret. Mr. Edward married Linda, a single mother who has a son, Chris, who is 5 years old. Mr. Edward loved Mrs. Linda very much, but he also felt she had to owe him gratitude for the fact that he married her, knowing fully well that she had a son. Chris, who was the son, a very vibrant little boy who loves to play and have fun, also enjoys spending time with his mom, but had an issue with his dad. His father, on the other hand, was a tyrant who loved to terrorize the home, stating rules that seemed difficult to uphold. It made the mother, Miss Linda, to be very scared of him, and just because she didn't want to go back to being stigmatized by society about being a single mother, she stuck through the pain. I and her son cried every night, going through traumas and infliction of pain that Mr. Edward would put upon them. Every time he said to them, I am the man of the house, you have to listen to me. Mrs. Linda, who has no choice but to obey her husband, would just sit and cry, holding her son and telling him everything will be okay. One day, Mr. Edward, who seemed to have had enough of having to deal with her, chose to send Mrs. Linda out of the house, and he told her she couldn't take her son with her. This caused the son to be in a lot of distress. He begged and he cried, Father, I want to go with mom. You are not my real dad. I want to go with my mom. But the father told him, you are going nowhere. I am the man of the house. This caused Chris to go into great distress. He began to think to himself, what could he do so he could escape and go and have to stay with his mom? He thought and he thought to himself. One night, when the family was asleep, Chris sneaked out of his room and went down to the kitchen. He thought to himself, if you won't let me go be with my mom, then I'm going to deprive you of every happiness and joy that you hold as a man. Since you're a man of the house, I will take away your house. Chris turns on the gas and sets the matches on, lighting the entire kitchen on fire. His father, who was still in bed, did not realize this, and his younger sister, who was still sleeping, was not aware of the house being on flames. Chris took to his heels and ran as far as his little legs could carry him. He ran out of the house, setting everywhere on fire and not thinking about his actions. The only thought in his mind is how he can reunite with his mom, who was sent packing out of the house. He thought to himself, if only he could find his mom, everything will be okay, not knowing that he has put the life of two other people at risk. Do you think Chris will get away with this? If you want to know more about the story, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and give us a comment in the section below, and we will tell you, give you a part 2. Watch out.